So guys, we're back another week. So I've been kind of busy lately at work and everything and doing all these things. So this episode is pretty much just going to be like a summary of this fourth season. So instead of going through the entire, season, playing all these games and ultimately making the playoffs again, like we should, I decided to just simulate to the playoffs. And we ended up going 15-2. We have the number one seed currently in the NFC. As you can see, these are the teams that are currently in the playoffs. The Chargers, on the other side of the ball, also have the number one seed. Let's take a look at what they've been up to around the league. Commanders, Chargers. Justin Herbert's now a 98 overall. That's cool. They now have Tyler Algier. And now they have a rookie, Xavier Love, out of South Carolina, the SEC, that is a superstar wide receiver. So it looks like they've been doing really well when it comes. And they also drafted a superstar tight end, 2-year guy out of Auburn. So the Chargers actually made a lot of progress, man. They look a lot different than they used to. Let's go around the league, check the stats and awards. So Joel Stallworth ended second in the NFL with 4,500 passing yards. He had the most passing touchdowns in the NFL though, with 50. And Joel Stallworth ended up winning the NFL MVP, topping Patrick Mahomes. And Pat Pittman, our wide receiver, ended up winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. So that means he will be getting a development trade upgrade. Let's take a look at the stats. Kamara was almost a 1,000-yard receiver. Terry McLaurin was a 1,000-yard receiver. Diego Cruz was almost there. And Lonnie Nix. Who would have guessed Lonnie Nix? And Pat Pittman, also almost a 1,000-yard receiver. So we had almost 4 1,000-yard receivers. This was crazy. But there is something I want to mention. For this playoffs, we're going to advance a week and see who we play in the divisional round of the playoffs. We play the New Orleans Saints. Now, something to note here. We are without our superstar middle linebacker, the head of our defense, Jamin Davis. He's out 3 weeks with a broken hand. So we got to find a way to rattle ourselves and come together and handle business. Now let's take a look at the Saints roster and see how they've managed to make it here. Okay, they have Alec Maddox, the superstar quarterback out of California. Okay, so we'll be facing a very good young quarterback. They got Nick Chubb at running back, Chris Olave, Jermaine Gaines out of Texas Tech, Gales out of Alabama, the tight end, a rookie. But their secondary is very, very thin, so I think we could dice up their secondary. But overall, man, on the offensive side of the ball, they made a lot of really good changes. So we take on the Saints, the Falcons take on the Bears, the Chiefs take on the Bengals. And the Chargers take on the Raiders. Just take a look at those people's rosters. Falcons. Adonis Chancellor, the superstar defensive tackle. Not to mention, guys, this is where Sam Howell went. So our former starting quarterback and one of our receivers, Curtis Samuel, is now a part of this team. And they also drafted a superstar rookie, Jermichael Pettis. Okay, so this is a really good young team. But they have Sam Howell at quarterback, so our former backup quarterback, who lost his spot to Joel Stallworth. So, and good news, we're not playing Philadelphia this year in the playoffs, so we might actually have a chance at heading to the big game. I just feel like we struggle to beat Philly every single time we play them. You know, they're a division rival. And I mean, it is what it is, you know, we just struggle against them, man. But we got to face New Orleans, and if we beat them, we have the Bears or the Falcons. So I like our chances. All right, let's get ready for this divisional playoff game. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Man, I'm so excited. This is so lit. We finally back in the playoffs, man. Where we deserve to be. We fought our way to get here, man. Last season was a disappointment. We were red hot. Ended up losing to Philly in the divisional round. We almost missed the playoffs last year. But now I think it's time for Joel Stallworth to put the entire league on notice and let him know that he's a part of the next generation of great quarterbacks. Let's handle business.
To keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
Here we go. To Montgomery to begin the drive.
The Ron Payne, baby.
Nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second.
Chubb in the backfield.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. They run it again with Chubb. And not able to break away.
Let's go. Let's go. This is our house, man.
Now a 2nd and 10.
This is our house. Let's get it.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Maddox is hit by Henry. 3rd and 12, man. This is our house. Come on, man. This is our time. It's our year.
On 3rd down, Maddox.
Oh, my God. That's caught.
Juwan Jennings, 61 yards. And the Saints are on the board first here in this division round matchup. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminates in a Saints.
Now we have to respond.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. And they'll be let out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And
there he goes right side.
Chris Rodriguez Jr. with a big explosive run.
Had him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
I remember this kid started off as a backup running back. And now look at him. Earned that starting role. Dominating.
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early.
Kamara with the rush against his old former team, the New Orleans Saints.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. To the sideline.
Stallworth was hit as he threw the ball, man. We had an open guy.
One incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Rodriguez. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Patterson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
On 1st and 10, Maddox, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Ron Payne picks up the fumble, and the big man dives in the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders.
And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that
Commanders call a timely blitz there.
Get the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs.
Kavon Chesson out of LSU with the forced fumble sack, big in this playoff game. What a huge signing it appears to be.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They go play action here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off the play fake. Maddox under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Now come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down. Maddox, throw left side, complete. That's Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Yellow. Check white.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Maddox. And that is incomplete here.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
For those of you tuning in now, and this is my realistic rebuild.
This is taken around the 12.
My first season, we played really bad, didn't get anywhere. My second season, I ended up drafting a quarterback out of Arkansas, Joel Stallworth. He came in, he was a phenom, right? Offensive player of the year, yeah. So I'm currently in my 4th season right now in the playoffs. We ended up making it to the Super Bowl in my 2nd season, but we lost to the Chiefs. My 3rd season, we made it all the way to the divisional round of the playoffs and lost to the Philadelphia Eagles. And now we're in the 2nd round of the playoffs in my 4th season in my realistic franchise.
Underneath route to Morgan. He's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for
I remember we started from square zero with this team, man.
Now a handoff to Rodriguez. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now Weber. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got him in. Complete. Big yardage that time for Washington. 41 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
19 tight, 19.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Cruz. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 2nd and 5. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown! Chris Rodriguez. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to stretch out their lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Extra point try now for Patterson. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Maddox. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 53 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. On 1st down, Maddox. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. couldn't keep his feet in. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Off play action. Maddox. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have got it back to within a score. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. And the Washington offense going back to work. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The problem is a proper defensive back. I'm not almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. It's complete to Cruz. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the Commanders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. They run it again with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Mustang 19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Patterson's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here we go. Ready?
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Tyler Boyd, over 100 yards receiving, and a touchdown catch as well. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final adjustments as we speak. Which of these two teams is going to advance to the NFC title game next Sunday? To find out, let's get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Camaro. And up to the 35.
Yeah, man, like our first season, we struggled all the way through. We won, I think, maybe 4 games, I think. Then my second season, I drafted Joel Stallworth out of Arkansas, my quarterback. And he led us all the way to the playoffs. And he got hurt in a playoff game, and I ended up having to play with my backup quarterback. And we ended up making the Super Bowl against the Chiefs in my second season, and we lost. And so I've been trying to get back to the Super Bowl ever since. My third year, we lost in the second round of the playoffs versus Philadelphia. Bad. It was a blowout, so I'm trying not to have that again.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Rodriguez. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On third down, here's Camaro. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Patterson's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that.
Oh, that's big. That's going to keep our drive alive.
To be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. From the gun, it's a run for Camaro. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's a give to Rodriguez on the option. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 60 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Warriors 70, Buffalo 18.
He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And now they'll audible to something else. Throwing to start the drive. Maddox, quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And this will wind up a Saints 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Maddox. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Check white.
Off the play fake. Maddox. And this is caught. Jennings. He's got room to roam. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Jennings. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to the hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rush every single down.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. They'll run here with Rodriguez. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And it will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. On this one, it may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Maddox. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Saints.
Back to throw. Maddox. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Maddox. His throw incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate, drops it.
4th down, 10 yards to go. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And now we'll run with Rodriguez. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Kamara up the middle.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
3rd and 5. Back to throw here. He's got his man closed, but he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Patterson's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 8, 26 seconds to go. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of about 5. That stops the clock, but slow and steady won't win the race at this point. Back to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Final time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
He's back to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
Let's see who we'll be facing to go to the Super Bowl. The 8-9 Chicago Bears. We'll be playing against our former starting quarterback, Sam Howell, and the new look Chicago Bears. Man, I cannot wait for that. I cannot wait. The Bears is in our way to go to the Super Bowl. And on the other side, the Chargers will be playing the Chiefs. Oh my goodness. This is going to be exciting. I would hope for that rematch against Kansas City, but I wouldn't mind playing LA in the Super Bowl. But next week we got to get past Chicago. Chicago's the only person on people on our mind right now. Let's get it, babe. We out.